Hello, everyone. This is Group 11. Group 11. This presentation for Mgm4126, and all thanks for everyone. So I'm gonna do my part introduction. So next slide. Okay. So firstly, what is MTUC? The MTUC is a federation of trade unions and registered under the Societies Act 1955. It is the oldest national center representing the Malaysian workers. The union affiliated to MTUC represent all major industries and sectors with about 15,000 members. And for the origin of MTUC, the MTUC came into existence at a time when the first emergency was declared against insurgent communist activities. At this critical time, the workers had no organization to look after their interests, protect them, and also to represent their views. Generally, a few union leaders who believe in free democratic trade unionism convened a conference of trade union declared on 27th and 28th February 1949. And then about the MTUC commitments to do everything to promote the interest of its affiliated organization to improve the economic and social conditions of workers and render them assistance, to ensure that policies are developed and action taken to ensure full employment, to work toward to the establishment of a minimum wage, a legal maximum working week of 44 hours, and establish training center and extension of training facilities for workers. And third one is provision for legislated social security measures to provide protection against sickness, unemployment, old age, injury, validity, and retirement benefits, and promotion of high standards of health, hygiene, and welfare in all places of employment, and seek adequate compensation for workers disabled by accident and disease. And what achievements they got? While MTUC has had many success on issues favoring workers, this is still a lot to be done. The biggest challenge it now faces is to bring about necessary change to some of the restrictive provisions in the Trade Union Act, the Industrial Relations Act, and the Employment Act. MTUC is actively involved in helping unions to obtain recognition, mediating in inter-union grievances, assisting unions in their negotiation, mastering support and for unions, projects and programs, providing advice and assistance in the administrative work of unions, giving help and advice to resolve problems, furnishing important information and data to help unions in collective bargaining, helping to organize workers and helping to increase efficiency, safety, and productivity. So that's all about my part. Next page.
Okay, then I will do a brief introduction to the next union, Tenaga National Employee Union, which is one of the TNB unions. Tenaga National Berhad is the largest electricity utility in Malaysia and a leading utility company in Asia, with an international presence in United Kingdom, Kuwait, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, India, and Indonesia. There is a slogan for the employees: "Together we brighten lives through innovative and sustainable solutions towards a better world." Since their listing on 28th May in 1992, they have grown from strength to become a utility that is responsive to the needs of their stakeholders and the marketplace. In all their endeavors, they are driven by the firm belief that they have a responsibility to improve the lives of the people of Malaysia. Therefore, look forward to continuing to ensure a better and brighter tomorrow for us all. Okay, that's all from me. I will pass to next presenter.
Yeah, hello. Now is my part. My part is second part is about the beneficial. So next page. Yeah. Okay. So firstly, I will talk about what's beneficial for MTUC. MTUC, as an introduction, is about the Malaysian trade unit. So firstly, Malaysian trade units will improve their economic situation. So means when your salary level is below to average level, they will increase your company or provide benefits and convenience for life. And secondly, they will ensure the workers' rights are protected from the unfair treatment or poor job salary. So they will give you more rights. And the third is about to join a guide as a last resort to avoid social expulsion. They have certain rights and are able to spread their voice to all sectors of society in timely manner, promoting the interest of industry, society, and intelligence to safeguard employment and work conditions, promote the welfare of members, and promote the location affecting their interests. There will be achieving stability between labor and management. And the fourth is about they provide the social protection, ensure that provide sickness protection, retirement benefits, and the high standard of healthy hygiene and welfare at all places of employment. And the sixth, document compensation for workers disabled by accident and disgrace. Okay, next page. The next part is about the beneficial for the TNUE. So first of all, join the Malaysian electric unit will help protect your legal rights and interest, ensure your working hours will not be extended, and also protect your rights as a worker. And secondly, as a member of the union, the employer must have the authority to have the rights to try. And the last beneficial is to reflect the specific situation so that the organization to listen the voice from the grassroots to timely adjust relevant policy and other aspects. The electric power as an important industrial basis is closely related to people's lives. So to join the association will be conducive to the overall process of social and discovered. So that's my part.
And about the third part challenge, the first part is the third point challenge. The first part is national level unions. Malaysian Trade Union Congress. First, neoliberalism emphasizes marketization, liberalization, and privatization. reduces and relaxes state intervention in the economy. The negative effects of economic globalization with market competition at its core. The impact has brought serious social problems, has had a huge impact on workers and trade unions in developed countries, and has also raised many new problems and serious challenges. How to adjust economic development and market competition is a challenge that MTUC needs to face. Second, the outbreak of the epidemic has led to the closure of many manufacturing plants, which will inevitably lead to the unemployment of countless manufacturing workers in the manufacturing industry, which is also a major challenge faced by MTUC. And the third, economic development theory and practice has proved that the existence of immigrant labor is an indispensable part of national economic development and regional economic integration. Not even a financial crisis can stop the cross-border flow of capital and labor, but it's also a double-edged sword. Immigration labor is blocking advances in technological innovation and employee training, and immigrant labor also has many risks, viruses and crime rates. And the second part, in-house, Telkom Berhad Employee Union and the Tenaga National Employee Union. First, not enough attention has been paid to the change in the concept of work unions in enterprises, which has weakened the enthusiasm of employees. In order to improve their competitive position in the social markets, enterprises pay more attention to the production and the operation of enterprises management, while ignoring the work of corporate unions. Second, there is a lack of complete working mechanism of the enterprise trade union, the unclear division of responsibilities of the enterprise trade union, and the low quality of the trade union employees, which hinder the effective functioning of the enterprise trade union function to a certain extent. And the third, the trade union of the enterprise fails to truly satisfy the interests of the employees. When the enterprise and the trade union organization deal with the conflicts arising from the interests and the demands of employees, they must resolve them in accordance with the relevant provision of the enterprise management system and pay less attention to the legitimate rights and the interests of the employees of the enterprise. And the next part.
Now let's watch the video first.
Making trade unions stronger using the power resources approach. Meet Tony and Lila. They've just been elected to leading positions in their trade union, a great chance to change things for the better and make the union stronger. But where should they start? Lila recommends using the power resources approach, along with learning from previous and other unions' experiences. She'd like to take a systematic look at the union's strengths and strategic opportunities. Sounds quite theoretical. Let's start with associational power, the key organizational strength. Lila considers members who are very upset about their working conditions. They are capable of mobilizing colleagues and changing things through collective action. To do so, they need some resources, but not a lot. Lila knows of a small Turkish transport workers union which was able to organize against logistics giants like DHL and UPS with just a few determined activists, good leadership, and unity. Tony is intrigued, but wouldn't it be great to have a quick success? Yes, that's why Lila suggests they analyze their structural power, meaning opportunities to force the company to negotiate. Where, for instance, could an entire supply chain be interrupted by a work stoppage? Think of airline mechanics. No plane can take off if they don't work. Or the Football World Cup in Brazil. Building workers gained structural power because the stadiums had to be ready in time for the games. Right, Tony has got it and further proposes to make use of the trade union's legal rights, existing collective bargaining agreements, their seat on the tripartite council, or if necessary, their right to strike. Lila is excited, Tony has just described the third power resource, institutional power, the rights unions have gained through past struggles. However, Lila suggests not to rely on past achievements only, but to form alliances with NGOs, students, human rights groups, or community associations. At Starbucks, Samsung, and in the textile sector, this is starting to work. Or in the Czech Republic, where an increasing number of people find the demand for higher pay legitimate. The union can link its demands with public concerns and form coalitions. This way, it gains social power. Sounds great. Tony is delighted about Lila's systematic power resources approach. He already reflects on how to combine the different powers for their next strategic plan. But how does Lila know all these examples and lessons learned from around the world? From a great collection of case studies on successful trade union transformation. Find out more online.
The main purpose of trade union organization is to negotiate wages, working hours, and business conditions with employer. In the context of globalization, trade unions are gradually exploring transformations, innovation, and seeking new strategies. The following are 4 ways in which trade unions are and transforming themselves. First is political and social alliance. These bring together the main forces of workers and employees and can even compensate to some extent for the lack of structural forces. Alliances are essential both to build social power and to expand the scope of the union. In addition, unions need to take advantage of infrastructural resources, organizational efficiency, member involvement, and internal cohesion to build successful alliance and make them sustainable. Second, bring unions to new horizons. As traditional trade unions decline and new forms of labor movement emerge, unions in many countries are innovating and seeking new advantages by innovating on behalf of migrant workers. The Malaysian Labor Federation has opened a new chapter, enabling them to trade previously undiscovered territory. Firstly, in order to achieve the goal of innovation, trade unions can implement revitalization strategies, seek internal transformation, and redefine the self-image of the organization to adapt the new trends. Secondly, in order to continue recruiting new members, employers have a key role to play in mobilizing staff to join unions, improving the quality of personnel and accelerating the professionalism of staff. Finally, it is important to expand our view of work. The work of trade union is as good or as effective as it is, in a sense, dependent on its approach to business and the way it thinks about this work. Okay, that's all for my part.
Okay, I will move on to other approaches for union transformation on video. The third point is to bridge the gap between formal and informal. Currently, millions of people around the world work in the informal economy because livelihood reasons, often in manufacturing, transport, food and agriculture, retail or service industries. They also face dangerous and unhealthy working conditions, unstable incomes, and the lack of social protection. According to International Labour Organization, the worth of 2 billion adult employed people are informal work, 61.2% of global employees, with a clear distribution between the North and the South. Therefore, for trade unions, it's also necessary to overcome the impact of this issue, and the effort can increase the power resources that formal and informal workers deserve. And formal workers in the informal economy can combine their resources of power and strengthen them. Finally, is a way to face global capital. Unions also assume part of multinational corporations and their value chains. When ordinary workers are exposed to global capital, their legitimate rights and interests are more vulnerable. In 2016, the ITUC released the Multinational Corporation Scandal Report, revealing the 15 leading multinational corporations employ only 6% of the workers who directly manufacture their products. Suppliers and the subcontractors employ the remaining 94%, about 160 million hidden labor. The wages and the living conditions of these workers are very poor. Therefore, to protect the rights and their workers, coalition outside of the workplace and across borders provide opportunities for conflict to escalate. So to sum up, unified goals, shared responsibilities, and long-term strategies are indispensable elements for building powers and the premise for the transformation of trade unions. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you.